Great. Welcome back.
It's been a moment, hasn't it?
Oh my gosh.
And in that, do you know what? We'll do our intro and then we'll just say what we've been up to.
Absolutely.
Right. So welcome to the Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
And I'm Lu.
And I'm Clara.
And we'll introduce our guests shortly. But in the meantime, let's have a quick catch up.
Yes, absolutely.
So what have we been doing since we filmed last?
You've been to Mexico twice.
Twice.
You've run a marathon.
Yep. Half marathon. Yep.
Well, yes, half marathon.
Yep.
We've been recording our other podcast as well. Life has been lifing.
And now we're back.
And then we're back. I don't know where the time's gone.
I'll tell you.
This one's been travelling up.
Do you know what it is? Okay, so the first trip was with my family. Okay, I planned to go to Turkey. That was the first one.
That's it.
We planned to take the family to Turkey for summer.
Yes.
But I was looking at the cost of it. And I was like, for the cost of taking all 5 of us to Turkey, we could go to the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So we did. We went to Mexico kind of thing.
Yes.
So we did.
Yep.
And then, but I'd already booked our trip. We booked our trip in April.
That was fun.
The family trip was booked in maybe June.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I ended up going twice in 2 weeks.
Love it.
But it was great. I had a wicked time.
It was great.
We had a great time.
Great time. I think I've still got my tan.
You have, yeah.
I'm still tanning. I think that's the most tanned I've ever been on any holiday.
Nah. That time we went to
Portugal.
Yeah, the time when we took TT.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
we went to Portugal.
yeah,
Yes,
we
we
took
went to
TT.
Portugal. Yes,
Yeah.
all of us, the whole crew, my brothers and
Yeah,
stuff.
that was, you got really
Yeah.
tired.
What else has been happening with you, Lou?
Then I ran a half marathon.
Yes.
I have been training for it for 19 weeks and finally did it.
And I call that a breakthrough personally. Like that was you decided you're going to do something. And you know what? When Lou decides I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. I mean, she goes all in.
Yeah.
I absolutely rate you for that.
I've got quite an obsessive personality.
Yeah.
When I'm fixated on something, it's going to happen. So anyway, I decided, so I was training anyway, weight training. And then I remember saying to Nick, I can't run. Running looks hard. I can't run. I've said it to you before.
Yeah, of course.
It looks so hard. I can't run. And then one day we was walking through the park and she's like, let's run. I was like, all right. So we started jogging. I was like, this is running. She's like, yeah. I was like, but this is jogging. She's like, yeah, but this is running. I'm like, I could do this.
Literally.
And I went to the nail shop maybe an hour later. And I was like, we should book a race. Let's book a race.
Instantly.
Yeah, let's book a race. And she was like, all right, cool. I'll see if I can find a 10K. I was like, yeah, you find a 10K. She's like, there's no more 10Ks in the next few months. And it needed to be at the end of summer, not the beginning.
Yeah.
She's like, there's no more 10Ks. I mean, what's there? She goes, oh, only half marathon. I was like, what's the distance? She's like, 21K. We can do that.
Literally.
we can do that.
Chantel, that's how she is.
Wow. And she's like, no, we can book it. We can do that. And that was it.
Yeah. And you run it in sub 2 hours?
Yeah. So originally I just wanted to finish.
Yep.
And then I'm quite competitive. And then I was like, I want 2.5 hours. I was like, no, I want to get under 2. But that under 2 hours only started like 2 weeks before the race. I was like, I want to get under 2. I got it in 1 hour, 59 minutes and 58 seconds.
Well done.
So just
well done.
under.
Exactly.
Yeah,
well done.
just
That
under.
is amazing. Yeah. How did you feel at the end? Like genuinely? Your legs, your body, your mind.
I'll be honest with you, the body was fine. The body was absolutely fine. The
and
body was
because
fine.
You've been doing your training so well.
When I say I've been training, I've probably been taking it too far with my training, like in terms of conditioning, in terms of zone 2 training. I've been looking at the science of training. So the body was more than ready. It was the mind. It's very much you against you when you're running.
It's true, you know.
It's very much you against you when you're running.
It is.
And you know what, I know for sure, because I had so many thoughts and I refused to check my watch. I didn't check my watch while I was running.
Well done, Lou.
It was only afterwards I checked my stats. And it was the first time I've ever run in zone 2. I don't even train in zone 2 because I tried it in the beginning, realised I just can't do it.
Okay, so, yeah, you say zone 2. Some people are going to be like, what the heck is she talking about?
Yeah, so zone 2 is like the best zone to be running in to build your aerobic base, your aerobic engine. And basically what the aerobic engine is, just quickly, is it's the foundations of everything in life, not just running. So it means you can run for longer. You can do things that are difficult for longer and longer because you've built an aerobic engine, essentially. And then you build on that with like interval running and tempo running, etc., etc. But it's for everything in life, not just for running.
Which is great.
Yeah. Heart health, cardiovascular health, everything. So you don't have to run to be healthy.
No.
You could. So for me, it's changed for everybody. Zone 2 for me is 135 beats to 145 beats per minute. So I've got to keep my heart rate within that.
In that space.
And I learned a long time ago, I cannot run in that. It shoots. My heart, when I started running, my heart rate was always between 170, 180. I just can't keep it low. So I gave up trying.
Okay.
What I did instead was I'd go to the gym and the first thing I did, normally I go to the gym, quick warm up, start working out. So what I did now was I went to the gym and I jump on the Stairmaster or the elliptical and I spend 45 minutes to an hour at steady state
And that
cardio.
kept you in that zone.
And because I was doing it every single day, that specific thing every day, my aerobic engine built very quickly.
Amazing.
Like really quickly. So the body was fine. And obviously you weightlift.
Yeah. Because you conditioned it.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
you're conditioned. The body was fine. And I remember halfway through, I'm like, first 5K, I'm like, this is fine. Next 5K, I'm like, this is okay. And then I started these thoughts. Lu, you know, you've booked a whole marathon. You've booked a whole marathon.
Oh yeah, she's doing that too,
Yeah.
Chantel. She's
Oh,
running a
wow.
marathon in next April.
It's next April. And 2 weeks before that, I'm doing another half marathon. And then a month after that, I'm doing another half marathon.
Yeah.
Then I've rebooked the Manchester Marathon again.
Yes.
Again. So
Yes.
by the end of next year, I'll have 5 medals on these marathons.
Yes.
That's good, yeah.
What a goal though. But you see, and
Yeah.
that's the thing.
And
It's
it keeps
like
me
you
going.
set.
It keeps me going.
Yeah, you set that. Well, she got me on the 75. Well, I'm doing 75 soft, but
Oh,
literally she
75.
texts.
Yeah, that's nothing.
She texts and she's like, right, girls, who's doing 75 hard? And I was just like, looked at it and I was like, yeah, I'll do 75 soft. 2 workouts a day. Nobody got time for that.
She can do it. She can do it. Don't get twisted. She can do it.
She knows, I
Yeah.
can, but I thought to myself, well, 1 workout was enough.
But the thing is, you know, you do it. Like,
I know, because I walk a lot. So essentially, I am doing it because I'd go to the gym in the mornings or do a workout, whether it's lunchtime, and then there's
So you
walking
do
in
it.
between. So I guess
you
I
actually
do
This
it.
is what I remember saying to you. I was
It's
like, you
the
do it.
gallon of water that's not happening. I'm going to
You
live on the
do.
toilet.
You do. But
No,
you
I
already
don't.
do it. On work days, you do. You
2
do it.
litres, Lou.
Okay, add 1 more. It's literally 1 more.
Oh my God. I mean,
Add 1 more. Add 1 more. It's literally 1 more.
I literally, what was it? We went on holiday, right?
Oh,
So I go to the toilet for a wee, like often, especially if I've drank. But during the night, see how people can sleep. And when we went on holiday, I was sharing my room with Nicole, who's Lou's little cousin. Young
25.
woman.
We say, yeah, a little
Exactly,
bit, 25.
young woman. But anyway, 4 times, I think Nicole must have just thought, Clara, I heard you go to the toilet so many times. I'm up at least 4 times. I have to have a little bucket in my car. Just
Wow.
standard. You never know what could happen. I kid you not. I have got a little bucket in my car. Because if you have to pull up somewhere around the corner of the road.
Have you been caught short before? Is that where the bucket came from?
Listen, I know myself. Especially long distance. You got to know. You just got to know yourself.
Yeah.
I know my bladder's weak. I love to drink
Is
water.
it weak or you drink a lot of water?
Exactly,
Mm.
right? But it is also weak, I think. I don't know if it's from having... Oh, I don't know. No, actually, I've always had a weak bladder.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I remember we'd be coming back from church, standing at Seven Sisters Station. I'm there pacing up and down. Dad, Mum, I need to go to the toilet. And they just knew. There's times, I mean, I don't care. I'll say it is what it is. There's a couple of times when I was younger, I had a mishap. I'd be just standing like, I can't hold it anymore.
You did.
And trust me, my parents would be just like, so I am known in my family. I was the one who just, Clara, have you gone to the toilet before we
Your
go
weak
anywhere?
bladder.
But in my car now as an adult, trust me, I got a little something in there. So if I have to pull up on the roadside somewhere and go in the back of my car to do what I've got to do, then I've got to do what I've got to do.
Be prepared. That's it. Be prepared.
Be prepared.
Be prepared.
So, but that's that really on that one, on my weeing story. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But,
So I was saying it's the mind, because when I checked the stats afterwards, I had so many mad thoughts as well. I was like, Lu, what did you do? Why have you booked a full marathon? You can't even do this one. What's wrong with you? And I have these thoughts. Like I was telling you the other day, it's like 3 people. I'm not a psycho, but it is like 3 people.
She's psycho, really. People just
It's
don't
like
know
3
it.
people. So one person's going, just stop. Go on. You've gone far enough.
Yeah.
Just stop. The other one's going, oh, please. If she stops now, because it's basically saying stop
Yeah, but
and walk.
absolutely.
And then
Yeah.
you can start running again. And everyone's going, you both know. We all know that if you stop and
that
walk,
good,
you're not gonna.
bad?
Yeah, and it's going back and I'm going, guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we
And then
doing?
you got Lou in the middle going, shut
What
up.
are we doing, guys? Just make a decision. Anyway, so all of that, and then towards the end, got there, blah blah blah, did it, and then I checked my stats afterwards. My heart rate was so low during that run. Like, yeah, at one point it was like 137 beats per minute. My heart rate was so
Wow.
low because we didn't know how fast I was going. So I realized the body was fine. It was the mind.
But everything starts with the mind. The mind will play tricks on you. Your mind will tell you this.
My mind was telling me I was struggling.
But this is my point.
My mind was saying, just stop and walk.
It's the truth though, right? The mind will play tricks on you. And that's the thing. So it's like, and that's why for me, as even one of the things of breakthroughs, like talking about having a strong mindset and just how do we then do that? How do you build resilience?
Yeah.
in that fight, in that battle, because it's that little small voice in your head that's telling you you're not good enough, you can't do this. Well, I know I've had that. Do you know what I mean? Where you go to do something and it's just like for the longest of times, I've realised now, and Lu can attest to this because we've had conversations, and even in my past relationship where I just never felt that I was enough, but I stayed in a situation for so long because my mind was like, well, he's good looking. Well, it's this. Well, it's that. Well, it's this. But it's like, wait a minute, well, I'm looking at superficiality, and then I'm thinking, well, why start all over again? Better the devil, all this kind of chat. But yeah, I'm still feeling insecure within. Does that make sense, right? I'm not comfortable, but I'm not willing to, I'm not quite entirely happy, I should say. But fear, the mind is playing tricks on you. You're not good enough. You're not going to get no one. You know what? So
it's funny though. You were so good at masking.
Fully, of course, because I'm just in it. I'm just going with them, with the motions of the situation.
Yeah.
And that's something I think I said to you when we were on holiday. And I said, even certain relationships, I realised, I don't know if it was from my abuse, which we'll touch on later. As you get older, you start trying to piece things together. So you think, well, did I act a certain way with men because of my abuse? Was I just don't say no type of vibe, right? Or just go wanting to be liked, that whole thing, or I'm just going with the motions I found myself in situations sometimes in relationships that I really don't want to be in it. I got out of it when I really didn't want to, but it was oh, you like me. So it made me feel nice. It made me feel good, made me feel wanted,
I didn't assess whether or not I actually liked you. I just liked the fact that you like me.
There you go. So it's that how can even it be like a short reassurance, right? And I guess you grow up and you're fighting for attention. So it's like, oh, you see me? Oh, they see me. But do they really see you? Do you get what I mean? For who you are? And I'm in a space where I'm with somebody who really sees me. You know what I mean? And the contrast and the difference is just like, and even before that, like the journey after coming out of my long relationship, it was 13 years of back and forth. Don't know what you want. I want this. Well, what are you doing? Oh, I don't know what I want. Whereas I was certain, but the person I was with was never certain. It was they were unsure. And for whatever their reasons were, I still stayed there. I was hopeful, like, no, I'm going to stick this out. I'm going to, but really, I sometimes sit down and think, was it a waste of time? But it wasn't a waste of time. But in that now, as I've got out of it, I realised how low my self-esteem was. I realised how I was selling myself short, how I thought I didn't deserve better when I did deserve better. Right? I deserve to be treated better. Someone who's going to want me and solely me. Someone who's going to make me feel secure. I don't have to worry about, oh, what you doing? Where's your phone? What's this? Every minute, this is hitch up next to you. Just so many different intimacy with, like even that was a problem. Like I'm being totally vulnerable and honest here that was an issue in a relationship where I was not intimate with my partner that I was living with for weeks upon weeks upon weeks.
Remember I say to you as well, just as I say, pick a struggle.
Girl.
Like with most situations, there's at least one thing that's good. And to be fair, you say he makes me laugh.
Oh, but I mean, look.
And I said to her one time, I said a clown can do that.
Do you know what?
I went from being like gently talking to her. I'm sure she'll attest to this. Gently talking to her.
I will. Sorry.
Towards the end, being like, nah, clown can make you laugh, love.
Yeah. Lou was just like, no, babe, you deserve better. She got frustrated, but at the same time, I love her for it. She will let me make my own decisions, and I respect you for that. And I think I'm one of those people. Unless someone's knocking you about, I'm not going to tell my friend to bounce.
Same.
I'm there for you, whatever it is. I'll give you my advice, but I'm not going to tell you to leave.
Do you know why as well? For me, it's the whole, I can tell you to leave. But on those nights when you're lonely by yourself, I'm at home with my husband.
Right.
On those nights when you need someone to hold you, I'm at home with my husband.
Absolutely.
So it has to be your choice.
Yeah. Fully has to be my choice. But yeah, that was a real, it was...
I think you stayed too long, but I don't think it was a mistake.
No.
I think it's something you should have exited a little bit sooner.
I definitely don't think it was a mistake. We had some good times, great times, But when in hindsight, when I sit, I'm thinking, shit, there was a lot of tippy-toeing around, don't want to offend you. I'm pretty direct. I had to, also I felt like now it's like I had to dim a little bit of who I was to not offend, to, again, people
to small up
pleasing.
yourself,
It's
quite
that whole
frankly.
people pleasing of just, I just want to keep you happy, I want to make everybody like me, did all this rubbish. But when I got out of that, as in fact, before I even ended my relationship, I'd been working on myself, because that's another thing. Let's go and do couples therapy. That was the final straw for me. It's like, well, all right, we're going to do couples therapy. Did one session, which went well, but we never went back. Not because I was the... Shut up.
I'm going to laugh for the way you laugh.
Sorry. Continue.
Oh, no, we needed that.
No, that was brilliant. But we never went back, Chantel.
Why didn't you go back? Just have interest. I've never watched it.
It wasn't me.
Okay, fine.
It was not me. It was, the certain individuals. So it's like, okay, fine. So it's like, oh, finances and this. But I'm like, again, I was quite willing to cover that.
But apart from that, certain things you have to prioritize.
Thank you.
You've got to say, this is important enough for me.
There we go. And I think Noelle said there was times where I felt like most times I prioritized my relationship and him. And it's just like, I didn't feel that was reciprocated. So yeah, then we went on. So as the relationship, I was like, this is long. How many times can I keep doing this back and forth, back and forth? Are we together? Oh, I don't know what I want. Let's take time out. I just was just like, no, this is not it. Therapy was the final straw. I said, you do individual therapy, I do individual therapy. And then we can even do therapy as a couple. I ended up having 12, 13 sessions. Ask me how many sessions the person had.
Probably half.
Honey, 0.
Yeah,
that said
and
it
the
all.
thing as well, if you can't even be prepared to work on yourself, then there was no chance for me.
No, like, deuces, I'm out. At that point, that's when, and in fact, I remember sitting with talking to my therapist, because it was a Zoom and it was a guy, he was based in Portugal. And we're talking, and I said, I've decided I'm going to give him until, so let's say this was about, let's say it's like April or
Just
May.
to cut in there, she used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Give
it time.
Yeah, she did it at my wedding as well.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It was, 2017. Yeah. Right, I was in Chantel.
I remember she said it to me, I'm going to give him till and I was like, and then what happens?
Yeah.
And then what happens?
Right? And I said to my therapist, I'm going to give him until the end of the year. And I think I must have got to like August. And I had an epiphany. And I literally was in my therapy session. I went, do you know what? Nah. I'm done. I'm actually finished. I'm not doing this no more. He was just like, what's made you come to this conclusion? And I just reeled off. I said, I deserve better. I'm not going to be treated like a second-class citizen. Sorry. I'm your first choice, not your second choice. I pick me first. I love myself more than I love him, more than I love anybody else. I have to be okay for me first and foremost. That really started like ringing. And I'm a person who's read. I'm a person who's very... Everything I tend to read is about personal development. You know, how can I better myself? Things that are going to teach me to be better spiritually, mentally, that type of jazz. And I was just like, no, we're not doing this no more. I love me. There we go. And that's what happened was I realised how much I loved myself, because I didn't realise it before. But in those moments of doing the self-work and the therapy, and I said to my therapist, no, it's done. And this was like August. And then I organised the dinner. I messaged him, called him up, said, let's meet up. We're going to go for a meal, right? To find out what's what, to see. Somebody let me test the waters. I know what I'm going to do. So we went up for a meal and sitting down. But, you know, the energy's the same. At this point, I'm just like, when you're just feeling like, yeah, nothing's changed from their part. There's still same old kind of thing. So like, here I am working on myself, and I could see the difference, and I could see my tolerance levels were low. And it's almost like I said to myself, if I was the other person I'm the person telling the story to myself, and I wasn't me, I'd be like, what are you doing? Even before the therapy, I'd be like, girl, you should have bounced long time. And that's the crazy thing. It's that I would have told me to bounce if I was hearing this story from somebody else. And even as much as I say, don't tell people, but I'd have genuinely be like...
Yeah. But you have to come to that yourself.
Yeah.
And there you go, and that's what happened.
And I've noticed you never asked me, not once, what would you do?
Mm.
And isn't that interesting? And I guess you know why you didn't ask me once.
She would have just told you
He
like,
just looked at me like,
And you got to be careful when you're giving someone advice not to send to yourself. You got like, well,
Yeah.
like, what I would do. No.
no.
You listen.
No, you listen,
da-da-da-da.
absolutely. And it was the dinner of just like, talking back and forth, catching up. But then in all of this, I was just like, what do you want? I don't know what I want. Oh, now you don't know what you want.
Wow.
I said, and then it was the thing of maybe I just shouldn't be in a relationship. Yeah, do you know what? That's a good idea, because this I'm not doing this no more.
Was there shock? Was there surprise when you said that?
And the face looked a bit shocked. Yes, the face was a bit more like, okay, she's serious, like she's done type of vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was almost. Look, it was a sad. It's a shame. No, would I say no? It's a lesson. That was a lesson, because who Clara is today to who Clara was in that relationship, two different people. I found myself again. I remembered who I am. And I think that is what I'm mostly grateful for myself. And I say, you have to put yourself first. You have to take care of you first. And yes, you're going to go through your own journeys. And I think that's it, isn't it? Your life journeys are individuals. We all learn as we go on through whatever experiences that we're having. So now, girl, you can't tell me about me.
Don't tell me nothing. Right, and on that note, we've been talking to Chantel.
Yes.
So we'll introduce her. This is, I'll let you do actually, because you know.
Well, guys, today we've got a guest. Obviously, as Lu said earlier, we've got a lovely Chantel with us today. Thank you for coming on, Chantel. So Chantel and I met. We work in the same building at work. And we just got on as I get on with everybody. But most people I click on with generally, and I'll just vibe with her. And then we just kind of,
How long
chat
do you know each
in.
other?
Chantel, how long have you been in the building?
10 months?
There you go.
Too long.
Yeah. Wow. Well, no. She's not saying she's known me too long. Let's just correct that, right?
No.
Correction.
In the building too long.
Yeah. Yeah. So, through conversations, we kind of got chatting, and I was just like, her story was just profound. It was touching. I was just like, and she's such a joyful person. I was like, girl. And then, of course, we had this podcast, and I was like, this is the whole point. One of the things is having guests on who are just like everybody else, everyday people, just sharing their stories and what they've gone through and what breakthroughs they've experienced. So, Chantel, welcome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I'm Chantel, 25 years old, but next week I'll be 26.
Oh, happy birthday for next week.
Thank you. I'm engaged.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes, to a wonderful, wonderful man.
When are you getting married?
Next year, September.
Have you started planning it?
Yes. And it's hectic, but we'll get there.
Having a big wedding?
Well, as I am Ghanaian,
Girl, that's what I asked.
yeah, sort of has to be.
So, okay, we call a big wedding anything like over like 300-400. Anything under, we'd say, oh, it's small.
Well, number wise, I'm trying to reduce it
Okay.
because
Is he Ghanaian?
yeah, he's Ghanaian
you're
as well.
screwed.
So like family wise, family they just bring a lot of people. They'll be like, oh yeah, your auntie from here. I don't know her. Shift.
Listen, if I can't eyeball you,
Well, when you were a baby, I carried you. I don't care.
Exactly.
when did she ring me last?
It's so true.
So yeah, so we're trying to get the number down as much as possible. My mother-in-law, she knows so many people. She's such a joyful person as well.
Well, that's
So, yeah,
lovely.
she'll be like, they call me by my house name. And they're like, oh yeah, so this person, I want to add, but talk to your fiance for me, because she knows her son will say no. But for me, I'm a bit
You're the soft one.
yeah, because I'm
Soft
the
touch.
joyful, playful one. He's very like quiet and
How'd you meet?
funny story through stubborn dealings.
Oh, yes, please.
So yes, not a lot of people know this story, not even my friends and stuff. So my dad was dating someone in their family that well, they call her auntie, but not really auntie. You know how Africans, everyone is your auntie.
Yeah.
Auntie Clara. You know? So my dad was dating her, but she was based in London, stays in Elephant and Castle. So my dad used to tell her, oh yeah, if Chantal says you're good, because my dad will come to me for everything, like women, you know, all these kind of, if Chantal says it's fine, then yeah, I'll marry you. That's what he used to try and get the women slightly. I'm like, this man, you know, only when I grew up then I understood what he was doing. So yeah.
Happy.
So it was time to write our final exams, and I failed my math exams. Oh yeah, my dad beat me so good.
Oh gosh.
He beat me good.
So
He finished
Is
me.
this GCSEs? What's this, A levels?
So in Ghana we call it WASI, but it's like GCSEs in
Oh, you
London.
didn't grow up here?
No. So
Oh, okay.
I grew up half year, then half in. So we're here when we're 2 years old until we were like, I was like 12, and then we went back to Ghana for like 10, 11 plus years.
Okay, explain the accent.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you came back, Chantal.
So I came back like 6 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah. So fairly still new, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, still true to it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I had a friend, a very terrible friend, by the way. That's a story for another day. I don't even want to speak about that. Yeah, she wasn't really in a wealthy family. I would say my dad was very rich in Ghana. Like he had money, but he was just stingy.
Stingy with you or
That's
stingy
how
with
you-
everybody else?
Stingy with everybody.
How you keep your money?
Yeah. So
Right.
yeah, so she didn't have money to pay for her recent exams. I'd already paid for mine because my dad got the money for me, but we were trying to figure out.
Oh, that's
a
why he
way.
beat you. He's paying for it.
No, so
Listen, that's my
part of the reason. But then again, in our house, my dad likes to compare his children because I'm the only girl. But like, your brother is doing this. What about you? How much more you? Is it not the same womb you came from?
Oh,
Like,
wow.
He was brutal, but we still love him though. So yeah, we had to figure out a way for her to pay hers, and there was a deadline. You have to pay by a certain point in time. But if you don't pay, you have to wait the following year.
Okay.
So at that point in time, we were in uni, but our uni allowed us to continue, but you have to write your exams by a certain point in time. So obviously, I reached out to the woman that my dad was dating, and
That's why you said obviously.
Yep. Obviously.
because there's no one else I'll reach out to, and she didn't have anyone. And I was like, okay, you know what? We checked the currency rate and everything. We were in Ghana just checking. We were like, okay, yeah, I think she can afford it. So yeah, and then I told her, and she was like, "Oh yeah." She didn't even take long to think about it. Whereas now, if I ask her for money, she'd probably be like,
Side eyeing you.
But also, it's now pound sterling.
Yes.
"Yeah." So she gave me my fiance's number, but she said the money's with my brother. He'll give it to you. So I was assuming it's gonna be some old man in his 50s with some grey hair. So I was talking to him. And then he made a statement. He was like, "Oh," I was like, "Can you meet me on Friday?" He was like, "No, I'm in school." So I said, kind of grown-ass man is in school. I was like, "Well, we need to get this money." So I told him, "What about next Wednesday?" You know, because it was a holiday in Ghana. So like, what can we do? And he said, "Oh yeah, we can meet." And so we got to the location, and I was with my friend. And across the street, obviously there's people on phones, and I was speaking to the person. My friend was like, "What does he look like?" I was like, "I don't even know. Just look for a man in his 50s or something."
Wow.
We were just scanning the whole location. And this guy was like, "Oh, what you wearing?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm wearing a green skirt with a grey top." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, I think I can see you." I'm thinking, "What are you?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm across the street." I'm like, so I was telling my friend, I was like, "Can you see anyone like old man or anything?" Because she said her brother. So he just walked up to me, deep, "Are you Chantal?"
I looked up and I said, "Ooh, Jesus is Lord. He ain't 50. Yeah. That
was
man
like-
don't look 50.
She said, "That's a bit of me."
I was like,
She said, "That's a bit of me."
so yeah, it was and then I was newly out of an abusive relationship.
Oh.
I thank Jesus. I was newly out of a relationship. So at that point in time, that was the first time I ever actually started praying, because I was a Christian. I knew I was a Christian, but like I wasn't really praying. So like weeks before I met obviously my fiance, I was just praying and praying. It's like, "Oh God, please, I'm tired of these men that don't see me for anything." Because every guy would be with a body shame me, because I was like ×3 of my size.
Yes, that's another
So
story. Look
yeah,
at that, Lou. eh?
every
Time. Sorry. Can we just take a moment? Did you hear what she just said?
So how old were you when you met him?
So when I met Richard, I was 17. So we're celebrating 9 years of love.
Oh,
Yeah, took him too long to put a ring on it, but
Just be fair, no, 25 is a good age.
true, yeah.
25 is a good age.
Yeah. Yeah, so girl, well
Yeah.
done firstly for putting the work in on yourself as she's
Yes.
continuing to doing. Carry on,
Yes.
girl.
So yeah, so I was like, oh, I don't want to be in a relationship with someone who's just gonna body shame me again, or like know that okay, my dad's has money or I'm from London. So this time around, I was like, we're gonna do it different. Everything must be different. He didn't know I was from London. He knew my dad because obviously through
The sister.
yeah, my dad knows him. So yeah, we just started talking, and I literally had to beg my friend that I went with because she already had 2 boyfriends. She had a sugar daddy and a boyfriend,
Wow.
and she wanted to take him as well. I said no.
What? And she wanted him as well.
She wanted him as I said, my friend, sit down. Where you going? What do you think this is? So I no, like, but for it, I had to beg her. I was like, oh, please leave this guy for me. And then she used to kind of like blackmail me. She'd be like, oh, do this for me or get this for me. If you don't, I'm gonna take Richard.
Are you serious?
She's 17 as well.
So at that time, yeah, we were all the same
And
age.
you're there to get money for her exams.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna take your man, girl.
Bear in mind, I got 2.
Oh yeah, forgot about that bit.
All right.
Right? Let's not forget
Therefore-
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, so even that specific day, the day I was still, talking to Richard, but it wasn't really like as intense because everyone knows me. I'm very bubbly, loud, and if I meet you first day, like I'm, very energetic.
That's how we became friends.
Exactly. But when I met him, and I was just quiet. Then he asked me a question, do you talk? Oh, I was like, yeah, I do.
So were you just shy? Was it?
I was in love.
Oh,
Girl, I was gone. I did not believe in love at first sight. But there's one prayer I said to God. I was like, I don't know how you're gonna communicate this to me, but people say you exist. So I need to find a way. This is, how I'm gonna know this is my future husband. And then I think we were playing a game in school, Truth or Dare. And then the question was, do you believe in love at first sight? I was like, nah, that's lust. What do you mean love? How can you see someone and just fall? And yeah, God said, I will show you Pepe. And then he did. I was gone. I was like, this is my man. He's mine. But yeah, I feel like I was in a battlefield. Like I had to climb over things just to get to this guy. Only because I say that metaphorically, that's the right word. Only because like a lot of people wanted him.
Okay.
And I'm like, I was like, no, I don't think I can. Like,
can I ask the question? Sorry, was your friend this girl who was a smaller body, like girl?
Yes.
Right.
So she was very fair. She had the baka.
Right.
She had all those things. So yeah, even like my own cousin.
And he still picked you.
And that's it. And that's it.
Still
Because he saw that is clack it.
So yeah, he did. It was a lot as well because we both were Christians but weren't really into faith. So there was a lot of things that happened during like our relationship and stuff. But I feel like it only made us stronger. Like yeah, we never gave up on each other, which was one thing I actually liked.
Which is great. And that's good.
Do you know how blessed you are? Like I say this all the time, to meet your life partner at the age you did. Like, don't let that go over your head. Like, there's people still searching.
True.
Mm-hmm.
And you met your life partner at 19, you're now 25, and you can say you've been together coming on 10 years. Like, even that, he didn't propose. Yeah, but you're 25, it's all right. Like, when was he supposed to propose?
Yeah.
Propose when you're 20. It wouldn't have worked then. You know why?
Exactly.
Because you weren't ready. So it's
so true. But I kind of, yes, and it's true. In my situation, is like somebody that I go back with, in time, who, and if I say that, people that you fancied, like you say, that person I looked and I was like, yeah, you're definitely a bit of me. But again, timing, too young, and the rest of it. But who knows what God has got in store, because the last thing you expect happens.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah, it was nice.
It was lovely. It was nice.
Okay, so you're together 9 years. Okay, tell me a bit more about yourself.
So a bit more about myself. I would say I'm the only girl amongst 3 other boys. Annoying.
So I'm guessing from the fact that you said your dad was dating, your parents aren't together.
No. So my mum is in London, and now my dad has passed away. So yeah.
Do you know? I did notice you used past tense a few times, and I didn't want to interject.
Yeah. No, it's fine. So yeah, I would say so we can get into the
Yeah, yeah,
the
absolutely.
story. So long and short of it all was I've now been diagnosed, but I know in Jesus' name that is not me, with a condition called Wernicke's. So when my dad passed away, I wasn't, because it was the first, well, my grandma passed before then, but obviously I was never close with my grandma, but I was very, very close with my dad. Like, my brothers know how very close I was with my dad, more than my mum. So it hit a little bit too hard. I wasn't crying.
How old are you?
So this was when I was 23, so 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it hit.
Really young too, you should have had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was a stubborn man. He's his own wahala. Yeah. But yeah, I was very, very close with him. Very close. Like, my brothers knew how close I was with my dad.
So a big loss.
Yeah.
Big loss.
So I wasn't crying though. Like, I was just going on with life. I was like, okay, you know what? Mum's sick. Like, there's other things that we need to do. Little brother's there. Like, just so much going on. So
you just internalized your pain?
yeah. Okay. So, but I was turning to food a lot.
Okay. All right.
Like, especially ice cream.
Right, yeah.
Especially ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
What was it about ice cream?
I don't know. It just
It's just
felt
one of those,
good
I
to
guess,
have
like in
it.
the
Like,
movies, some
yeah.
people get dumped or they go through a difficult time, and what do? Pick up a tub of ice cream.
I've
go
never
and
understood that. You know why?
I've never have, because I don't.
Yeah, I feel like it's,
No, because it's cold.
I
yeah,
totally
it's
agree with
sweet
you.
and, like,
Okay.
I don't know.
And that's what you like about it.
Yeah. So I just kept having it. Like, anytime I would think about, you know, my situation, how my life is going at the moment and stuff, I would just be like, nah, let's put that aside. Like, there's better things to think about. And then I'll just be eating, just eating. So much eating.
So tell me, what is Wernicke's? Did I say it right?
Yeah, so it is lack of thiamine in the body. So when you have lack of thiamine, it affects the left side of your brain. So that's basically what happened.
Was this the before? You mean?
So this is before. So
yes.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. Carry on.
So basically starting from the beginning of the story of how the condition happened. So yeah, then I became severely obese. I could not talk for a very long time. Like, I'll be talking, I'll be like, yeah,
wow.
So
okay, so at your heaviest, you were?
I was 140.
How tall are you?
At that point in time, I'll probably say I was like 5'4". I'm like 5'5" now, because
you grew.
as I'm growing slim,
Wait,
you know,
girl.
I'm still
Girl, that's not how it works.
Girl, at that time,
I was 5'4".
So you feel like the weight was weighing you down?
You know, internally, yes, internally I believe I'm 6'6", but who's gonna judge?
Said at that
time, yes.
Wait, and how old were you?
So I was 23.
No, I'm telling you now, the height had stopped growing.
So
when you say 140, that's kilos.
yeah, kg. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was
280, nearly 300 pounds.
yeah, very, very heavy. But then it just kept getting worse. Then I started, when I was walking, I was limping. I noticed that I was limping, so I couldn't walk straight, stand straight. I would be standing with my friend. One of my friends, she's called Audrey. I'll just be overshadowing her. Like, they'll be like, "Where's Audrey?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's her head there in the pictures." That you just... Yeah, so I was huge. Standing for long hours was tiring. My mum's apartment, because I was staying with her at the time, didn't have a lift, so it was always stairs, and she's on the second floor.
So when you were 17,
go on,
so when you were 17, how much did you weigh then?
So when I was 17, I would say about 100 kg.
That's a 40 kilo
Yeah.
jump.
So yeah, it was quite a lot. Yeah,
in a short space of time.
And that is due to obviously the loss of dad.
yes,
Right.
So
Yes.
the overeating became serious, and then I went to see the GP, and I was telling them, "Yeah, I'm not feeling well," you know, because then my chest started hurting me, and that's when I knew that something's wrong. And then they weighed me there, and I'd gone up to 160 kg.
Oh my days.
And I think I was a size 28, 30 at that time. Now I'm a size 16.
You was a little bit. In terms of height, you was
Yes.
a little bit.
Yes.
When we're done with this, you're going to show me a picture because I can't imagine it.
I will. So yeah, it was so through that, went to see the GP, and I explained the issue to them. I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm having a lot of chest pains, and you know, I can't really walk. I'm always tired." And then they put me on this kind of slim fast diet
Yep.
for a month. And they noticed I wasn't losing anything. I was, you know, still stuck to it. I was like, you know
Being
what, let's be
diligent about it.
disciplined.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I stuck to it.
Did you find it hard to stick to it?
It was very hard because then I didn't really have a comfort food to go to, and I didn't know what to fill in the gap of, you know, not trying to think about my dad at that point in time. So yeah, it was quite hard. It was the hardest 1 month, and then after the 1 month review, went back to the GP. They were like, oh, you're rather putting on weight. Are you sure you're following the diet? And I said, yeah, I'm following the diet. So then they said they need to refer me to do gastric sleeve.
Did they believe you when you said I'm following the diet?
No. And I wasn't expecting them to, because obviously they think.
And you
you've
were
increased-
following
yeah,
the
I was
diet.
following the diet.
Yeah, exactly.
I was very disciplined about it. I was like, I have to, you know, because they were like, you're on the verge of having diabetes. You might get a heart attack. Nobody wants to hear these things. Like,
especially
No,
early 20s.
exactly.
Exactly.
You want to get better. So yeah. And then he told me, oh, I think you should do gastric sleeve. That might be your next option. Da, 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 da. And he put me on the list, but NHS was saying that, it'd take 5 years. So I was like, that's a very long time. So he did tell me, you can look at a few, you know, private options and stuff. So there was a friend that she's now my friend now. I met her through TikTok, and she had hers done in September. I was like, oh, okay. So the moment she had it done, she kept posting and stuff, and I was like, oh, let me ask her. Spoke to her, we got along. She was telling me, yeah, it's not painful. She had diabetes, but then now she's diabetic free. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I feel like this would be the option. Like this was something I need to do. So obviously I was a bit skeptical about it, because you know, when you surf the net, you see all these kind of bad things. They'll be like, oh yeah, this person died.
Of course,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but people always love. No one wants to hear the good news stories.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't think I should do this. And then if I'm going alone. It's not like I'm going with anyone.
And where was this?
Turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just ask, did you have the sleeve or the bypass?
So I had the sleeve.
Okay.
So yeah. So I mastered courage, and I saw my friend kept updating on TikTok. She was like, yeah, guys, this is my 1 month. I've lost 17 kg. I said, okay, we need to book this.
Yeah.
So I booked it. I was supposed to do it in December, ending of December. But however, my health got worse and worse. So I had to bring it forward to November. So I did it November 2023, and everything was fine. Even after the funny story about me being in Turkey was they kept calling me Charlotte. I said, even when I was, you know, they put you to sleep when you're anesthesia.
yeah.
The guy was waking.
All
the
right,
doctor
Charlotte.
was like, Charlotte.
Is that
Charlotte.
your middle name or something?
No.
Her name Chantel.
I would have
Charlotte.
been so scared, sir. Please.
So they said they kept trying to wake me up after the anesthesia and everything. Charlotte. I'm thinking, if you're calling me Charlotte, how
I'm
do you
not
expect me
supposed to answer.
Like, when you see the name, there's no R in it. Like, where you getting the name from? So yeah,
What
it
was the language barrier? Because when I went,
yeah, it was a language.
because we were talking into a phone, and then the phone was translating it into Turkish. Yeah.
So it was. It
Oh,
was.
is it?
Yeah, because the nurses, like the main medical staff, do speak English,
Uh-huh.
but the nursing staff,
That's
not
true.
necessarily.
Yeah.
They were lovely though, but
Yeah, they're very lovely. Yeah, and after my sleeve, after 2 hours, I was walking. I remember they were looking for me. They were frantically looking for.
Because you'd gone walkabouts.
Not even that. I was in the toilet
oh bless you.
because the guy who previously came to change me when I was on the bed, I didn't like it. I was like, "Can you bring a female?" Because why is this guy
yeah, I would have felt the same.
like?
I would have felt the same.
You know.
Yeah.
So, and then he wasn't even cleaning me well. Like when he brings the bedpan, I was just peeing everywhere, and then
You didn't have a catheter in.
no. So they cleared me of all of that and
Oh, you
stuff.
didn't remove that.
Right.
Yeah. So I was like, nah, I'm taking matters into my own hand.
That's it.
I stood up, I went to the toilet. These people were looking for me. The doctor was like, oh, you can walk. In my head, I'm like, oh, you can speak English. I was like, you finally speak English now. So yeah, and I was like, yeah, I can walk. So I was cleared quite early. So yeah, they were like, you know, very strong. You know, it was the only problems I had was like kind of like bending down and stuff. However, my wounds were taking like so long to heal because I had keloids, and I didn't know.
Is that also because potentially the pre-diabetes as well?
No, so keloids is basically like this thing that I have on my ear.
the
Yeah.
extra collagen, but I've heard that people with pre-diabetes or diabetes, it takes a while for the wounds to heal.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't even know about that. But yeah, my friend's it healed in 2 weeks. Mine took about like a month and a bit.
Why did the doctor say why that was?
No, she didn't really explain why.
Why you got even the keloids though?
Kilos
no,
black people
yeah.
are
Okay,
Yeah.
prone
Yeah.
to it. My
Prone
dad's
to it,
yeah,
yeah.
even like
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, and I remember one when I came to London and I was even going to do my wound dressing, the woman was like, "Oh, it's been more than 2 weeks. This should because it was dissolvable stitches. It should have dissolved by now." And tell me why this woman went to take one of those small and just hey.
Are you serious?
So yeah, they had to be stuffing that side as well. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
And this is back here.
Yeah, so this is when I came back. So obviously
So
when I
how
came
long
back,
were you in Turkey for?
so I was in Turkey for 5 days.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
And
was
then
in
back
Turkey,
home.
yeah, and
Cool.
then I came
Yep.
back home.
Gosh,
So your
what a
breakthrough.
story.
Whew,
She said it. God.
Yeah, to sum up.
God, my breakthrough is God.
Yeah.
But you
Worship,
lost him
praise.
for a while. What
I did.
What broke through to you?
What broke? I would say my pastor. When he gave me that
Okay.
word, when he preached to me, it made me realize that yeah, he wasn't wrong. He's onto something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what made me start praying again.
Mhm.
And then I
Powerful.
had Temi and her family. They were always praying,
You
and
couldn't have a family of it.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because you can't be among them and then they're praying and you're sitting down, you're like, look at these people. Like, you know.
Can I
No,
ask,
you
do you have a
can't.
lot of Nigerian friends?
She gives.
Yeah, I can tell. I can
All
tell.
my friends are idiots. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you guys know.
I can tell. Trust me.
this.
Even when she had Wahala, I was like,
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
No, but you see, just such a see what I mean, Lou. What a story.
What a story.
And there's more to go. So
There's
Chantel would
more.
definitely be back.
I can't believe you were nervous. Like, you were so good.
Yeah,
Like,
amazing.
that
Thank
was
you
amazing.
so
You told your story
much.
so beautifully
Thank you.
and humorously.
Yes,
Beautifully.
yeah, exactly. That
Yeah,
was
it's
it.
been a pleasure having you. You do have to come back and do part 2 because what? What?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, gosh, and on that note, guys, thank you so much.
I'm Lu,
Clara.
and you've been watching. Oh,
break-
I'm sorry.
Of course.
Chantel.
And you've been watching Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.
Breakthrough.